Now let's start building the full wishlist screen design. For that, I have already write its code and I will explain it in details. It's straightforward and it's very easy to understand. So let's get started. First of all, it's a stateful widget because later once the user press on this button in here, this product will be removed from the wishlist. So this widget is a stack because as you can see there's a positioned container or button above of this widget in here. So the first child of this stack is this container. As you can see, it's taking the full width, but it's taking a margin in here of 30 and a margin from the bottom, but you cannot see it now, of value 10. As a child, I gave it an equal, so once the user press on it, pin. So to add this splash color for it, I wrap this equal by material, and this material is the child of this container. And I gave it this color, the background color. If you prefer, you can choose also the card color. So the first child of this equal will be a row that taking this image and the title and the price in here. So first child of this row is this container that taking the network image, this image, and I give it a height of 80 and I didn't specify any width for it. So it takes the full width. To add some margin between it and the title and the price in here, I added a size box of width 10 and I added a column for this widget, the title and the price. So here's the text for the title and here's the text for this text, and I wrapped by an expanded widget to take the full width of this row. So arriving to this code, it's basically the code of this icon in here. It's a material button icon that taking a shape of rounded rectangle shape of radius 5, and it has a height and width of 30 and an icon as a child, and I gave it the clear icon, so this X in here and a white color. And as I said before, it's a positioned widget, so I gave it value of top of 20 and right of 15, and I added in here as a second child of this stack. So now let's head back to the wishlist screen. So in here, as a body of the scaffold, instead of returning a container, I returned a list executed builder that will take in here the item count. The item count will be the wishlist length, and as our item builder, we returned the widget that we just created, so this widget. I added an up bar and gave it a title of text and name it wishlist, and in here it will take the item count or the wishlist length. Now just like the card screen, if the wishlist length is 0, so if it's empty, this screen will appear, but if it's not, you can just add an exclamation mark in here. But let's keep it just like this. So here it is. I will change this value to 5. So once the user add more than one item, this look will appear, but for sure later will be dynamic once we finish the state management of our application. So that's it for this tutorial. See you in the next tutorial.